Sonríe todo el día y recuerda del amor y de belleza. Pa' bailar, mi nena, pa' bailar, pa' gozar, camina a gozar. Pa' bailar, mi nena, pa' bailar, pa' gozar, camina a gozar. Pa' bailar, mi nena, pa' bailar, pa' gozar, camina a gozar. Pa' bailar, mi nena, pa' bailar, pa' gozar, camina a gozar. Qué rico sabroso, se baila clave ritmo. Mueve la cintura y los hombros y mueve tu cabeza. Sonríe todo el día y recuerda del amor y de belleza. Mueve la cintura y los hombros y mueve tu cabeza. Sonríe todo el día y recuerda del amor y de belleza.
2, 1, and let's fucking go. Whoa!
Anticlimactic.
Now we back. Hey, PRP family.
Yay!
Welcome back to the Puerto Rican Podcast, where we break down the juiciest news, entertainment, and politics from a Puerto Rican American angle. We're live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you the stuff that's got everybody talking. And it's a wild time to be an American. We're pumped to dive in with you. Pete, Kevo, Sam, and Trigger are here to keep it super, super real, all right? Why us? Unlike the big shots, okay, like Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, we're regular folks. We're working 9 to 5s, feeling the same heat from these stories as you. So
True.
Don't just watch, jump in, like, follow, and subscribe to join the ride.
Like, follow,
Your support keeps us going.
Show the love.
Show the love.
Quick shout out to our Perps community on Locals. It's where it's at. Chat with us, back the show, and connect with other fans. Every dollar helps us level up, and the perks are dope. Hit the link below to join or support us for free. Our link tree has our Locals link right at the bottom. Follow at PRP Podcast. Like and repost our stuff, and subscribe so that you never miss out. One more thing. If you're tired of the same old nonsense, check out my new gig, Triggered with Trigger, every Tuesday morning, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from Florida. We're tackling what's taking off Americans, okay? What's getting us triggered, all right? Grab a coffee, join the fun, like, follow, and subscribe there too. All right, the first episode will be coming this week, Tuesday, 6 a.m. That's March 4th, 2025, and I'll see you there. Now, let's roll right into it. Introducing to you none other than Brutal LBP. How are you tonight?
Dude,
Tell me what's popping with you guys.
I'm doing awesome, man. Just recently, we just had our first concert, bro. Like
At the Noise Box.
At the Noise Box. That shit was fucking straight
was
up
awesome.
fire.
So
It was awesome.
next week we'll get all the highlights together and we'll post it on our Locals account, guys. It only costs $5 to go on our Locals page. You can see the live performance clips of LB Brutal P. It's only available on our Locals page, guys. So make sure that you join Locals, bro, because we're dropping that next Thursday in the morning, about midnight. It's going to be already available for the Locals. So join our Locals page. It's $5. Okay, guys?
Yep.
$5. And, you know, you'll be
Follow
sharing love
Brutal
with
P
us,
on
guys,
Instagram,
okay?
by the way, guys.
Kevo the
Show
Magnificent.
some love.
You went to Brutal Pete's performance. How did you think Brutal Pete performed?
Man, me and Sam went.
He was brutal.
It was brutal, man. It was crazy. I've never heard like a death metal live, and it was a good experience. It was fun. It was good to show some love to my boy. He poured his heart out. I ain't about that mosh pit life though. They were doing some crazy shit
They
up
were.
there.
They were.
You know, some crazy people
Had
punching
to
and
back
kicking
up.
the air.
Actually, kicking the
Different
shit in
type
the
of
door.
shadow boxing, but hey, it was fun, man. It was good.
It was awesome.
And how's everything going on with you? The job, everything good?
Man, the job is good, man. It's slowly progressing, man. Can't complain, man. Grateful to God.
Money.
Sam the Magnificent's wife.
What? Oh.
That's messed up. That's not her identity, guys. I'm messed
Sammy
up.
K.
Miss Fox.
Sammy K. Fox.
Miss Fox.
What it do?
How are you? What's going on with you? What's poppin'? Talk to us. What's new?
I got my taxes filed, so I'm happy for that. I can't wait for
Finally.
that. Yeah, I know it took forever. It
Okay.
felt like it took forever, but we got it
All
done,
right.
and now I'm
Can you
chilling.
move that can for me, please, and thank you. My bad. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
am
It
I
was
in
just
front of your PRP?
it was in front of
I'm so
PRP.
sorry.
And you know that Sam painted that, guys. And if you want this PRP wooden logo, guys, all right, this thing is $40, all right? So if you donate to our locals $40, you not only get the locals account, you get the locals premium, and you get the PRP
Logo.
logo. All right, guys. So, my name's Trigger No Safety. I already told you guys about Trigger with Trigger that's coming up, guys. I finally got all my music in the radio indexes on iHeartRadio, etc., where they're edited for children's ears and stuff like that. Working on Trigonometry 3, the mixtape that drops on July 4th.
Yes, sir.
And then the
Hey.
Tampa album that drops on 8/13. So that's August 13th, guys. And yeah, man, just here with you guys, the family, the PRP family, and
Like how you did that.
doing
right
Trigger, doing the Trigger with Trigger, doing the music, and bro, I'm really happy right now. It's the time of my life where I'm just gonna be pulling the trigger on all the things that I want to do, and
there. We're blessed.
the Elite Advantage engine as well is on progression for release in March 2025 as well, which is my business AI that I'm currently developing with Brother Diaz as we speak. So let's roll right into it. I'm gonna put the scroll through up so that you guys know more or less lo que está pasando hoy. This is Trump's gold card. He's selling it for $5 million, okay, where you get citizenship to the U.S. for $5 million. And he says that it's going to make us trillions of dollars. The U.S. is ditching Ukraine. We're breaking up. The baby daddy is going away. And NAACP's 24-hour boycott on actually midnight tonight. Elon Musk, DOGE, $5,000 checks. Kash Patel's now the director of the FBI, but the Epstein list is not out. Why is the Epstein list not out? We're going to dive into it tonight, guys. Okay? For our first story, guys, Trump is offering foreigners a $5 million gold card citizenship, okay? It's a visa for rich foreigners to get U.S. residency and citizenship by paying $5 million, pretty much just a cash transaction. It'll replace the EB-5 visa, which costs less than $1 million and requires creating 10 U.S. jobs. You have to create 10 U.S. jobs. No jobs needed. Trump's plan doesn't mention making jobs, just paying the $5 million. Why? To bring in the wealthy people to spend money, pay any taxes, maybe hire folks, plus raise cash to cut the deficit. Trump says it'll start within 2 weeks from pretty much now. And he says no Congress is needed, but experts say it may not be easy. Rich people will be vetted as world class, even some Russian billionaires Trump likes. At $5 million, it's pricier than most golden visas worldwide. I guess they have this in other countries. It's a bold pitch. It's not clear yet if or how it will really happen. They're saying an estimated 1 million people will purchase the gold card, creating an income of $5 trillion per year. Let me play the video, man.
Oh, that's creative, man.
So basically, does that say full
Where's
screen?
my computer?
Yeah, that's supposed to be.
Down there.
All right, bet. I'm nearsighted, so we're gonna get a big ass
It's
screen.
on the other side.
We're gonna get a big ass screen.
Can they see it?
They shall see it.
It's on the side.
They shall see it. So this is the video of Trump.
selling a gold bar. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges. Plus, it's going to be a route to citizenship, and wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. And we think it's going to be extremely successful. Never been done before, anything like this, but it's something that we're going to be putting out over the next, would you say 2 weeks out? Do you want to say a couple of words about it?
2 weeks. So they said in 2 weeks
We haven't had,
that they're gonna,
well, we have martial law, essentially martial
you
law.
know, go ahead and
Tax wealthy individuals to become citizens.
tax wealthy individuals to become citizens. What do you guys think about this? $5 million, and then you're just like instant citizen. You think Mexican cartel
So is that money going straight to the government?
straight to the government? Yeah.
So that should take care of our deficit, right?
I mean,
It'll start putting a dent into it.
of course, there's pros. You're bringing in, like I said, trillions of dollars into the economy. People who do want to move out of their country and be like, hey, I want to become a U.S. citizen, you're taxing them off instead of going through the normal procedures, which takes a little bit longer. You're not utilizing their wealth. You're not taxing them from their wealth. They're just going through the system. You lose their revenue. The $5 million being taxed, it's awesome. It's a great idea. But like you said, what if organizations like, I was going to pay these $5 million, we're from a wealthy family, but they could be like a terrorist organization as well. You infiltrate through wealth. It's no better than coming in through the legal ways or even coming in illegally. It's just another way to come in kind of illegally but following the proper channels.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be very beneficial, but be careful who you extend that privilege to. I feel like should be.
We could start seeing things
Right.
change completely.
Like the whole entire
Just with
US
how
could
things
change.
are run exactly.
Can that like
Because there's a huge class
That's like
difference
what I'm trying to
between so many.
Mhm.
And the ones that are rich are going to want to run those that are not.
But
So-
it could, like I said, it could still. You're saying you bring wealthy people in, they paying the taxes, they start. But you have to start at least 10 American jobs. You have to start.
Yeah, but this one doesn't require that. The other one, it's like a goal. It's like 800,000 to 1 million, right? And you have to create at least 10 American jobs.
So
but
if you're rich,
this
you
one,
have
you
to
just
make
put
jobs.
5 million in, and that's it. That's your only requirement is to pay that 5 million.
You still got to pay taxes, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you still got to pay taxes.
Kevo
You
was
still-
over.
And I mean, I think that people, I think it could create some jobs, but if let's say, because they're going to be pushback on this, make them create 100 jobs. You know what I'm saying? 5 million and 100 jobs. Why you don't do that? That will definitely stimulate the economy.
Well,
If
they're
they're
going to
gonna
bring
put
in
10
their whole
million
damn
into it.
Too
family
much.
to do
So like you
that.
say, he's going to be bringing in. He said 5 billion. He said it's going to make trillions. So how many people are you going to bring in? 10 people per job per individual might not be bad. You don't want to overstimulate the economy to
Okay.
make too much competition.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
but that will make the millionaires that are sleepy here, that are just sitting on their money, they got to compete too if they
gotta
want
compete.
skin in the game, and if they and they got to give American workers jobs too, bro, because there ain't gonna be nobody else to work. You know what I mean? And I seen posts on X, and I really, I was itching to respond to this so hard, but somebody was like, "You go to the field and pick strawberries for $3 an hour," and that's what people think about foreigners, bro, and immigrants. They think that immigrants and foreigners are out there picking fruit for $3 an hour, bro. Like, they really think that it's still the '80s like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And bro, I don't know what else to say about it, because I'm pretty sure that if I had a truck and the facilities to go right now and pick my own strawberries, bro, I'd make a killing just reselling. You know what I'm saying? Business wise.
Yeah. America in the whole, though, man. So I feel like it doesn't hurt too
It doesn't
bad.
hurt to get, it's gonna put us in the positive. It'll
At least put a dent in that
put
deficit
a
that we're
big
in.
dent in the deficit. You know what I'm saying? What about you, P? What do you think about a $5 million?
Pros and cons. Pros and cons. Definitely.
So what are the pros for you? We're gonna get money.
Honestly,
for sure.
like Kevin pretty much explained it correctly. Like terminology, how it is. A lot of wealth, money. Like, but what I'm trying to say is, how is this going to affect with inflation right now?
I don't know, though.
Because I'm just saying, like all this money coming in, where's it all going to?
They'll have to exchange their money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To US dollars. You know what I'm saying? And you know, not for nothing, but if you get, I think that's per person. So let's say we're all a family, right? And
That's what I'm saying.
bro, that's insane, bro.
Like,
That's
you-
why
well,
I
10,
said
15,
family.
20
That's what I'm
million.
saying, bro. That's
Bro,
how it's
it's
gonna bring in.
all that money
It's gonna
And
bring
then
in
all those
trillions.
jobs
It's
that are
gonna bring in
opening up
trillions. You gotta
too.
think.
1 million people will come.
You're bringing, and then on top of that, you're gonna promote trade. So goods that we don't usually have are gonna come from other places. But you just gotta be careful. It's a great idea. You just gotta be like, oh, that's Pablo Escobar. This is his niece. Well, his niece somehow paid $5 million to come in. Don't you think that? I'm not saying that's gonna happen. You know, I don't mean to mention Pablo Escobar like that, but like, you know what I'm saying? You bring in
Yeah.
somebody's boom,
Yeah.
they start a whole nother empire down here or some shit.
Yeah, in the mountains of this fucking Smoky Mountains somewhere, bro. And
Just chilling, man, cooking some dog food up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? That carrot shit.
oh my god, bro, that's hilarious, bro. What do you think? Any other final thoughts, Sam, Kevo, anybody? I think that, you know, if it's gonna fix our deficit and put us on the right track, I think you know, it might be good for us.
I'm not gonna question the man. I voted him in because he's a businessman, and that's what we really need. He's a little silly, but at least he's got character, man. So let's see what he does.
Now, that's going to lead us to what he does with Ukraine, because Trump has a lot to say about Ukraine these days, okay? So key factors in the U.S. potentially cutting off support to Ukraine, they boil down to a mix of politics, money, and strategy, okay? Trump's influence, he's in the driver's seat. He's grumbled about the bill for Ukraine, which I am not comfortable with the bill for Ukraine myself. He's pushing to end the war fast, even if it means sidelining Ukraine's wishes. His team's floating ideas like no NATO membership for Ukraine and no more big U.S. cash or weapons, arguing it's time for Europe to step up for Ukraine to figure it out. All right? The U.S. has pumped $175 billion into Ukraine since 2022, mostly for weapons and aid. Some folks, especially Trump's GOP camp, say, enough already. We've got problems at home. Public support is still there a little bit. They're saying that 6 out of 10 Americans back it. I don't believe those numbers. Okay? I don't believe those numbers. I think it's 2 out of 10 Americans. Okay? Trump's crew sees Russia as less of a boogeyman and more like a negotiation partner, and they're betting on a deal with Putin, okay? Maybe letting Russia keep some land to cool things off fast, okay? Plus, there's also talk of pivoting U.S. focus to China and the Pacific, not Europe's backyard, okay? So that's the computer chips in Taiwan. Congress is in gridlock. Before Trump, getting aid through Congress was a slog. Hardline Republicans stalled $61 billion package in 23. And now with Trump's sway, the appetite for more funding is drying up. And he's saying, cut it. If he says cut it, they follow. So Ukraine's battlefield wins have slowed down. Some in the U.S. think it's a stalemate, not worth bankrolling forever. Okay, Trump's folks argue Ukraine's already gotten enough to hold its own. And any more is just throwing good money after bad. Extreme corruption is also another thing. Majority of Ukraine being pro-white, remnants and descendants of former German Nazi regime. U.S. weaponry that's been sold to foreign entities from Ukraine, and Zelensky also says the money was stolen, or half the money was stolen or unaccounted for. There's a lack of transparency in the extreme child trafficking going on in Ukraine. And I know there's a story about the Azov battalion. They literally used children as human shields, bro, in a factory. There was 500 children inside the factory. Why are there 500 children inside the factory with only men? All right. So, you know, stuff like that. They're not going to bomb the place. They never bomb the place. It's full of children. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's a whole different story, all right? Now, Donald Trump is demanding elections because Zelensky has not had an election ever. Also, another thing, one more thing, Ukrainians are known in Europe to be avid travelers with deep pockets, okay? So it's a combo of Trump wanting a quick win, taxpayers getting antsy like us, and a shift in the global priorities. There's political arm twisting, and, you know, the Ukraine thing has limits, bro. So it's not yet final yet, but we're all feeling it in the air, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this thing's got to be over with. Like, it's already done. It's unwinnable war. Ukraine's gotten 175 billion from us, and then Europe's only put 134 billion this whole time. And we realistically, we put over 300 billion into Ukraine, and
3 billion.
300 billion.
300 billion?
300 billion, yeah. And Europe's only put 134 billion, bro, NATO. You know what I'm saying?
How many digits is that?
Some Ukrainian officials and tycoons have been caught with dirty hands. Like in 2022, a politician's wife got nabbed trying to haul 29 million in cash across a refugee border into Europe. Straight up corruption. And then there's a $40 million bust in 2024, just last year, siphoned from arms deals by defense officials and a firm called Lviv Arsenal. Stuff like that fuels the idea that the Ukrainians are splashing ill-gotten gains around. So in social media, especially on X, you know, people are claiming they're tripping over new Ukrainian money in places like Monaco or Miami, yachts, Bugattis, $1 million pads, you name it. And the others say that Kiev's elite are flaunting cash in Europe while regular folks are scraping by. But these are just alleged things, not verified data. No one's dropping receipts or tracking numbers to prove it's widely known. Tucker Carlson says that it's fact, and he's seen it with his own eyes, okay? And I'm going to play first Donald Trump, and then we'll play Tucker after him.
A situation where we haven't had elections in Ukraine, where we have.
Well, that didn't go as planned, but that's okay. Okay, so we're going to play, like I said, Mr. Senor Donald Trump.
Martial law, essentially martial law in Ukraine, where the leader in Ukraine, I mean, I hate to say it, but he's down at 4% approval rating, and where a country has been blown to smithereens. You got most of the cities are laying on their sides. The buildings are collapsed. It looks like a massive demolition site. So many of the cities. I mean, they haven't done it in Kiev because I guess they don't want to shoot too many rockets in there. They've done it 20%, but they haven't done 100%. If they wanted to do it 100%, it would probably happen very quickly. But you have cities that are absolutely decimated. And yeah, I would say that, you know, when they want a seat at the table, you could say that people in Ukraine have to say, like, you know, it's been a long time since we've had an election. That a Russia thing, that's something coming from me and coming from many other countries also. Ukraine is being just wiped out. Look at what's happening to the cities. There are cities that not even buildings stand. You talk about Gaza. It's literally, these cities look like Gaza. Actually, many have percentage-wise, more buildings knocked down than in Gaza. So people are tired of it. People want to see something happen. And the other thing that it's been bothering me for a long time, because I solved the problem with NATO. They paid hundreds of billions of dollars into the funds of NATO when I said you got to pay, because the United States was paying for European countries, and then they take advantage of us. But look, they have to pay. They have to find out where is the money going to. We have, I believe, President Zelensky said last week that he doesn't know half of the money we gave him. Well, we gave him, I believe, $350 billion, but let's say it's something less than that, but it's a lot. And we have to equalize with Europe, because Europe has given us a very much smaller percentage than that. I think Europe has given 100 billion, and we've given, let's say, 300 plus. And it's more important for them than it is for us. We have an ocean in between.
Yeah, there's a big number. The numbers are much higher than we
Where
think.
is all the money that's been given? Where is it going? And nobody, we have hundreds of billions of dollars. I don't see it in any county. So I want to see peace. Look, you know why I want? Because I don't want all these people killed anymore. I'm looking at people that are being killed, and they're Russian and Ukrainian people, but they're people. Doesn't matter where they're from on the whole planet. And I think I have the power to end this war. And it's going very well. But today I heard, oh, well, we weren't invited. Well, you've been there for 3 years. You should have ended it 3 years. You should have never started it. You could have made a deal. I all of the land would have been demolished, and one don't knock down. But not to do it that way. And President Biden, in all fairness, he doesn't have a clue. When he was so bad for this, he was so bad, so pathetic, so sad. But with all that, it is what it is. Someone that there was no chance,
So sad.
but it happened because he had incompetent leadership at many different levels. But when you see what's taking place in Ukraine with millions of people killed, including the soldiers, millions of people killed, a big percentage of is not there. I don't know how they even know they didn't call. Who's living there? You know, I mean, it's hard to believe that people live there. Their cities are being knocked down. And this is something that would have never happened. And by the way, for 4 years, it didn't
Let's
happen.
go right after
Last
this
weekend, I had
to Tucker.
a ski resort in the Alps, which world. I was not there to ski, for the record. But the whole town is Ukrainian. You know, all the visitors are Ukrainian, and they're rolling into Air Maze and dropping $1 million in an afternoon. Okay, so it's all through Europe. You see this. The richest people are the Ukrainians. That money is ours. It belongs to me and you and every other American taxpayer. That's where it's going. Second fact, not guess. Fact is the Ukrainian military is selling a huge percentage, up to half of the arms that we send them. Half. And I'm not guessing of this. I know that for a fact. Okay, not speculation. And a lot of this money, the drugs are. So this is a crime happening. Our intel agencies are fully aware of this. You tell me they're not happening. You think they're happening from the you can't prove that, I believe that. No one is saying it. No American seems aware of this. We're sending these arms to Ukraine, hundreds of billions of dollars, and it's our enemies. Trying to this.
All right. So,
we are asking everyone.
that is the next clip. But we're not there yet. All right. What do you guys think about that, dog?
We've been bamboozled.
So it's pretty much, bro, they're straight up getting our bread and giving it to Ukraine, bro. And half of the money is like unaccounted for, bro. What do you think about? It's a scandal. It's one of, after close to Afghanistan, Ukraine is one of the biggest scandals, bro. Realistically, if you think about it, bro, $300 billion. Okay, and I don't think it's just money that we sent there, bro. We sent personnel there. We sent equipment there, bro. And I have seen videos, and I can't confirm it's alleged, of our equipment, bro, on the southern border. I've seen alleged video of our equipment in the hands of course, Afghanistan, because there's a lot, but it's being sold all over the world. U.S. military equipment, bro. Our money, bro. The money that when it leaves the U.S., that's what inflates our economy. You feel me? So, man, it's a sore spot for me, bro. I do not want to be in no Ukrainian war, and I feel like a majority of Americans, if not 80 to 90+%, do not want to be in the Ukrainian war, bro.
I mean, I guess it kind of works in tandem with what we covered in the beginning topic for the ones that are, because I'm not going to say this because I know the ones that do steal the monies are the ones that were in some form of political power, some kind of form of political access, because they had to get the money some way, shape, or form. It's not. I don't think it's every single Ukrainian. I've seen some poor Ukrainians come over and be like working in fucking like Walmart and shit. It just pours, just like me and you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not every single one. It's the ones that were in a position of power, take the money, like you said, flying in Europe, spending $1 million in one evening on whatever the fuck, on cars, or going to Miami and flying in money. That's probably why Trump's like, yo, I'm gonna start taxing. They want to come over with the money they stole, man. I'm gonna tax them $5 million if they want to become a citizen. Mm-hmm. Like straight up, get some of that money back. You feel me? From whoever got their hands on that money and want to come over here. That's my thought on it. I don't think it's every single person, and it sucks because from the numbers, you sound like America put in what, 300 bill.
Well, let me tell you this.
Europe put in 100. That's 200 billion missing.
I don't know if you ever heard of the Azov Battalion. I think I've talked about it before. Ukrainian, right? It was a Ukrainian like militia, right? It was just a bunch of Ukrainians on the east side of Ukraine that like claimed this land, right? But they are little white nationalists, bro. Only white skinhead people can go like and be a part of them. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, what you call it? They're Nazis, bro. That's the only way to say it. Mm-hmm. But they have been internalized into Ukraine's military, and they are been nationalized. So that means they are part of the military of Ukraine, and then they've been growing, bro. These people have such big bases, bro, in Ukraine, bro. Like these dudes have like big bases in Ukraine, bro. And when and Vice did a story on them, bro, and they are literal racists, bro. They do not like look at Ukrainian videos and find the black people in there. Find the brown people in there, bro. You ain't gonna find no brown or black people. Maybe extremely tan Ukrainians.
I've seen. We have a friend who was from.
Was he black?
Was it Croatia? That's not even Ukraine.
Croatia.
Oh yeah,
that's not
Croatia.
Ukraine. No,
they're all very light skinned and fair people.
Very light skinned.
All in the area.
White, blue eyes.
Well, I don't know. I'm boycotting the war in Ukraine. That's what I'm. Feel me? I wish I could stop it completely myself.
Yeah, I'm in agreement too. Stop the war in Ukraine. I don't want people to die. If you could have deal in the past, it should have been done. I agree that Biden wasn't equipped for the situation. You know,
I wasn't equipped to see all the bodies laying in the street whenever it first started and all the buildings blown in. That was horrible.
It's a tough situation, but war is war. If it couldn't be avoided, then it should be avoided. But
it looks like a third world country. That's what.
Now you got people with no homes, and now it's like, I gotta fix the problem that could have been fixed when it could have all been avoided. Some way, shape, or form, cutting the deal. So, in war, someone got to lose something for someone to gain something. There's always the issue. Even if it saved lives, it should have been done. So,
what do you guys have any thoughts on? Oh, man. It's our bread, bro. It's our money.
Yeah, it's in the back.
Well, so
pathetic.
Let's go to our next story, right? So pathetic. So sad. So sad.
Money stole from my pockets.
So the big boycott, guys. Here's what I know about the upcoming boycott. It starts midnight tonight. Okay, there's a boycott plan. All right, being organized by a group called the People's Union USA. They're asking people not to buy anything. Online or in stores, no gas, no food, no candy, no water for 24 hours. The idea is to show regular people have power over the economy. They're upset because some big companies are backing away from programs that support diversity, equity, and inclusion, which masquerade as programs to make workplaces and communities fair for everyone. But they're subject to a lot of discrimination, nepotism, and fraud. There are also longer boycotts planned for later, like against Target, Amazon, and others, but this one-day economic blackout is a first step in a plan for more boycotts. You can find more details about it searching for Economic Boycott 2025. That being said, the idea is picking up a little bit of steam. And some celebrities talking about it. John Leguizamo, Stephen King, Bette Midler, they backed it. And they're guesstimating that it's 5 to 10% of the population that's gonna, you know what I'm saying? What happened?
He looked kind of tired for a moment.
Oh,
there. I
Kevo's-
was like, oh,
Kevo's
That's why I kinda bumped you. I was
Kevo's
like-
been working really hard.
yeah, he just came out of work and just hopped into the stream. Like, so let's
Hopped into the stream. Yeah. So look, guys, the immediate impact. The U.S. has 345 million people. 5 to 10% of that means 17 to 34 million people will not be spending for 24 hours. So, like, it's not really going to create a dent. It's a tiny blip. Like Walmart, Amazon, they're not going to collapse over it. Now, small businesses will take a hit because our economy is so bad. Small businesses could, like, you know, if they're week to week, bro, that's gonna mess up their bottom line one whole 24 hours without anything. So, short term, the U.S. economy won't crash. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 to 4 billion is a drop in the bucket, right? But if it grows, let's say 25% of the U.S. population joins a boycott, stops buying for a whole month, and the impact ramps up big time. Let's break it down simply. The U.S. has 345 million people, 25%, roughly 86 million folks not spending. Daily consumer spending in 2024 averaged 43 billion, meaning a month, let's call it 30 days, is about 1.29 trillion in total spending. If 25% of people sit out, that's 322 billion not flowing into the economy for that month. So for context, the U.S. GDP in 2024 was about 28 trillion annually. So this will be over 1% of the yearly total. And that is very serious enough to notice, okay? Retail will take a hit. Jobs will wobble. Markets will freak out, okay? Everyday life, gas stations, grocery stores, online platforms, they'll see empty registers. Prices might dip as companies try to lure buyers back, okay? Compared to the 5 to 10% scenario, right? That one is like crazy, okay? But what people are saying is like, only support black businesses. I don't agree with that. I agree, support American small businesses. That's the best way to go if you're gonna black out. But don't go specific to, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm not gonna say only Latin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you see a small deli shop on the corner. You know, don't go to Subway. Go to the little guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't.
They may even have some of the better
Well,
stuff you've ever
We're
had.
gonna take a video. We're gonna take a look at this.
Yeah, I want to see what this is going to accomplish.
This video right here, where this is the Trinity United Church of Christ. You should just call it the Black Church. I don't know.
Everyone who's part of this village, everyone would have its own form of faction with Trinity United Church of Christ. Or if you are not connected, but you believe in the idea of flourishing democracy, do not in any way, shape, or form
This is a pastor with an upside down cross.
place your dollars in any
Support black owned businesses only, he says.
form 27th and the 28th. You need to fill up your car with gas. You better do it on the 26th.
February 28th, the
This is the
24-hour
guy that made it.
economic blackout. No Amazon, no Walmart, no fast food, no gas. Not a single unnecessary dollar spent.
Online activist John Schwartz rallying support for a one-day boycott of major corporations. His goals are vague.
This is how we change the game. Not by waiting for politicians, not by hoping they'll do the right thing, but by finally taking action ourselves.
While some
All right. Well, it froze up on me, but we're gonna stop sharing it. So yeah, pretty much that is the blackout that they're trying to do, an economic blackout, they call it. That particular church, Trinity Christian Church, particularly telling people to support only Black-owned businesses. I don't agree with it. It's not Christ-like whatsoever, in my opinion. But show me in the Bible where it says to support only one race. That's insanity to me, and I think it adds to the division of this country. I feel like it adds to the racism of this country. I think that's extremely racist.
We're holding on to it. We're
And
not
I really
letting it
don't
go.
care. I don't care who says what. I don't care.
It's probably the majority of people in that area, probably.
It's insane.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, but spend local, like businesses, small
Local,
businesses,
small
yeah.
business, bro.
Yeah,
That's the best way to go. White, brown, purple, orange. You know what I'm saying?
I like the idea though, taking back power. It's all we gotta.
We've always had
But in order
power.
to do that, it's not. You can't target when you got to work as a whole, and that's what I feel. Like I said, social media is a rule, man. We can't find that one voice to follow. There's too many voices.
Let me tell you something else.
A lot of them mislead too.
Let me tell you something else, bro, that I looked up, and this is just, you know what I'm saying? I looked this up because I was like, hypothetically, right, if 25% of all of America boycotted all Black businesses, bro, or all Latin businesses, but I use all Black businesses, right? Bro, it would literally start a civil war, right, and put hundreds of thousands of Black Americans out of business, bro, and that's insane. You know what I'm saying? So if you apply the same logic to the people in this church, bro, like for like a good month, bro, like it could ruin some of their families, bro, and I don't think they're thinking of that, bro. I think it's there's a bigger the agenda that other people have, and they're just playing right into it, bro, and they're being used as pawns, or they're just part of the game, bro. They're part of, you know what I'm saying, the whole thing. They know it's wrong, and they're still doing it.
I mean, again, I don't know the situation. Like say the neighborhood was like, what would be small businesses that would be bad? Is there no such thing?
No, I mean, there's only, usually the community roots them out, bro. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
If a business is bad, and the community usually roots them out, and like they end up not being in business, bro, or they end up getting their own niche where they're selling to a specific clientele. But like, it's just not part of me, bro, to be like, oh, only go Latin, bro, only do Latin.
No, maybe I'm thinking like a movie.
We have
Like
become so divided. I swear to God, bro.
It's division, bro.
It's
in my
like
opinion,
this.
They're
bro.
holding on to that.
It's in everything now, man. Everything's divided, and everything's like,
no, I'm thinking like a movie, like
dude.
like Jason Strand come in, they're like, man, we need help. The Russians are taking over the neighborhood. It's an all Black neighborhood. And type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, we got to
Like-
support all Black businesses to root them out. Like that's what I'm thinking in my head, but maybe it's not like that.
Bro, but that's why they make movies like that, bro, like on
To
purpose, so that
confuse you.
to get it in your head, like, bro, like, oh, I gotta do this in real life because it's gonna empower me, and it's really not empowering you, bro. You're really just adding on to, bro, like the sickness, bro. I think it's the same, bro. And but
Man,
now let's talk about Elon Musk and Doge, bro. Elon Musk and Doge, bro. They're
$5,000 checks, boy.
$5,000 checks, bro. So pretty much, Elon Musk, right? He's He waved the chainsaw on the stage, showing he's serious about slashing costs. Trump was cheering him on, and they're floating the idea of giving us some savings back. But it's not all smooth sailing because there was 21 federal workers that quit. They were mostly Democrat federal workers. They quit from the DOGE team because they don't like Musk's push to cut services. And he just called them fake news Dems on X. The Social Security
on the
boss,
site and complain.
Social Security boss walked too after clashing with Musk over data. The unions are mad, saying the layoffs, thousands already, are reckless. Some big agencies like State and Defense are telling their people to ignore Musk's DOGE emails, while FBI's Kash Patel flat out snubbed him, didn't even answer. Courts are letting Musk roll through. Judges shot down attempts to stop DOGE's firings. Okay. So February 27th, 28th, there's going to be a boycott. It might be connected, like we just talked about. Trump administration's tossing around some ideas about what to do with the savings from the DOGE, okay? Department of Government Efficiency led by Elon Musk. One plan that's on the table is called DOGE dividends. Trump's been rifling through this. In Miami, he suggested that they take 20% of DOGE's savings and send it straight back to Americans who paid taxes. Another 20% could go towards chipping away at the national debt, which is hovering over $36 trillion. The rest, it might get dumped into next year's budget. Keep sending in the check. Oh, keep spending in check. I'm sorry. Some reports, like on the news, they're giving bigger numbers, $400 billion. Total to return, which could mean a $5,000 check per eligible taxpayer. The math is fuzzy since DOGE is only claiming $55 billion in savings so far. Okay, so if they say, let's say we save $2 trillion, gonna give us 10,000, 20,000, 100,000. We'll be the new Ukrainians. So DOGE's savings claims they're under fire because they're checking the 55. If the 55 billion is exaggerated or it's already locked in somewhere else. They're also about to audit the Fort Knox. I don't know if you guys heard, there might not be any gold in Fort Knox. There might be gold. There might not be gold. But they're going to have a live audit. Supposedly Trump and Elon Musk either tomorrow or the day after. And we'll keep our eye out for that. And I'm going to go ahead and play the next video.
That's crazy, bro. There might not be gold in the National Golden Security of America, bro.
Right.
My sister was stationed up there, bro. They had people, soldiers are stealing from there too, bro.
So pretty much Elon Musk, Javier Milei gave Elon Musk his own chainsaw. So I saw the video of when he gave him the chainsaw. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, bro, let's watch this video right now. Elon Musk saying
every passing day, Elon Musk appears to become even more emboldened, comfortable enough for this unusual display. He's heard of the federal government now expanding and intensifying, he says, by order of the president, announcing on social media Saturday, all federal employees will shortly receive an email requesting to understand what they got done last week. Failure to respond will be taken as a resignation. Hours later, millions of workers reportedly receiving a notice saying, please reply to this email with approximately 5 bullets of what you accomplished last week and CC your manager. The deadline to respond set for Monday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern.
I don't think that's a big deal, but people are saying, oh, you shouldn't do those kind of things.
Republicans on the Sunday political talk show circuit offered up plenty of support for Musk and the cuts.
He is literally the best player we've had in our lifetime. He's doing it for free. He's taking an unbiased look saying these programs make no sense. Let's save the taxpayer dollars and get our house in order.
But Musk's latest order is being met with some resistance. Employees at the FBI, the State Department, and the Department of Defense are being told not to respond to the email for now.
We give 20% of the DOGE savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt. By doing this, Americans will tell us where there's waste. They'll be reporting it themselves. They participate in the process of saving money.
Trump's Attorney General.
Yeah, so pretty much that is the information on I had a brain fart. So yeah, pretty much Elon Musk, Doge, $5,000, 20% to us, the taxpayers, 20% to the national deficit. On top of that, $5 trillion per year. Just think of this. If we start getting an income in the United States, okay, instead of deficit, right? We have 35 trillion, let's say, okay? 5 trillion per year of each year of Trump, that's 20 trillion with people coming into the US, right? That's $20 trillion. That puts our deficit to 15 trillion, okay? And then the Doge savings, if they can cut 15 trillion within 4 years, we would literally be out of zero debt and we would be getting income into the
country for once.
country. And, you know, Trump wants to abolish the IRS, Internal Revenue Service. He wants to do the External Revenue Service. He wants to do a government entity that taxes other countries, like they're the taxers of other countries instead of taxing us. But you talked about that. I don't have the video right now, but
That's interesting.
That
A
was
very interesting concept.
That was very interesting.
Actually, that'd be nice if every country adopted that.
Yeah.
Instead of taxing the people, just tax the other country and the goods that
Because
come in.
yeah, exactly.
You're for
So
the people.
he's encouraging people to snitch on the government ways to boost the savings, like a citizen bounty system. So Elon Musk been hyping it up too. And on X, he said he's going to talk to Trump about taxpayer refund funded by Doge's cuts. The White House has chimed in saying that they're still figuring out where the money could go, but it's all early days. No official order has been signed. Realistically, Doge's savings claims are under fire. They're saying that it's exaggerated, like I said before. What do you think, Sam? What do you think about $5,000 check?
Sounds
What if they
nice.
give you $1,000 for every $1,000 that you saved? Somehow, buying things that are wasteful spending.
So what is the incentive?
That's the incentive,
That's the
yeah.
incentive.
Yeah, you know, you went to early childhood, early readiness, and you know, Shapisha, you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, but you know, I hope that we get some money back, bro. Like this whole Ukraine thing, bro. You know, cut off the bleeding, bro. Cut off the bleeding to Ukraine. Refund the country, bro. Start freaking fracking this oil, bro. Get our gas back down to $2.
Our economy would feel so much better.
Once the
Everybody
gas
would
is
start
down to
working
$2,
together.
Once the diesel goes down in price, all of our goods will cost so much less. And, you know, it's something that's much needed, bro. And I've seen talk on the streets like, oh, he's in office. What? Well, my gas, all my groceries are still expensive. It's going to be expensive. You're not going to see the change differences. I'm saying, me, myself, not until the next spring. Next spring is going to be like, boom. You're going to be like, holy shit, gas was down $1.
Holy shit, we got a $5,000 check.
We got a $5,000 check. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as a business person, bro, I will give the checks right before Christmas. It'll make everybody super happy within the next 6 months. Anybody else got any ideas about this $5,000 Doge?
Man, I think
What you think about that chainsaw, bro?
Shit, I wish I could see them cut something that said Doge in half, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, hey, it's nice though. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, if they complaining about the budget cuts, it's whatever, man. I ain't gonna, you know, be happy about you spending how much on sushi?
Fucking $5 million on sushi.
Yeah, if they complaining that we cutting off $5 million on sushi, I love sushi. I love sashimi. But $5 million of my tax dollar paying to that shit, bullshit, man.
Yep.
Work your fucking job and buy your own fucking sushi, man. Let's go.
Facts. And that brings us to our final and last story because Kevo just killed it and knocked it out the park right there. You feel me? Final and last story. Okay, so you guys know that Kash Patel, okay, he is the new director of the FBI. He kind of looks like Pete.
Right.
But long story short, he has been claiming, and he has claimed on many podcasts and live interviews and this and that and that and this, that on day one, he will be releasing the Epstein files. Okay? Monday was day one, I believe. Anyways, day one was quieter than a mouse. Okay? He started February 21st. It's been 6 days. Okay? He said he kicked people out of the deep state, spilled secrets about JFK, RFK, Epstein list, Diddy list, to show how the FBI messed up and how they were involved. Right now, it is crickets. Okay? He didn't fire anyone big. He didn't release any juicy files. Instead, he said he's going to move 1,000 agents out to Washington field offices. He's going to send 500 to Alabama. I mean, to fight crime, practical, but not the explosion he promised. And then Trump also announced, I don't know if you guys know Dan Bongino. He's a podcast personality. I believe he's an ex-cop. He picked Dan Bongino, a podcaster with no FBI time as his deputy. He's number 2 on the FBI now. Not an agent like he told the FBI union. Because he did tell the FBI union that he would choose an agent. They're chattering about Bongino stepping in as number 2. Some love it, some hate it, but everyone's talking about it. No big leaks or cuts yet. And ultimately, I found out that the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, is ultimately in charge of this. I'm going to go ahead and play. This was 2 days ago, but yesterday, earlier today.
Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now.
Whoa. They can't see
That's
it.
been a directive.
They can't see it.
I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing.
You know what I need to do? I actually need to make the cursors big for old people. You feel me?
The old
So
perps.
that,
Getting
the
there.
old
We're
perps,
getting there.
bro, or maybe I should just start
can't
wearing my
see
contacts to the podcast guys, and we could avoid all this, right? There we go. All right, so my future, bonding.
Every passing day, Elon
Trump's
Will that really happen?
Sitting on my desk right now to review. That's the directive by President files. That's all across the board. That was the directive of all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet. I was briefed on that yesterday. I can't talk about that publicly, but President Trump has given a very strong directive, and that's going to be followed.
Wow. Okay.
A
So
lot of documents.
She's the head of the
all
FBI.
right, so people can expect actual movement on
She's
this.
the Attorney
Nice.
General of the United States.
Donald Trump doesn't make him do promises. I think Trump made promises kept, and that's why we're all there to carry out his directive about making America safe and prosperous.
Yeah, so that was what she said about it. And I'm gonna look up the new video that she has because There's a new video now that she's saying, you know,
I'll predict what's gonna happen.
Dímelo.
She done gave all the people on the list a clue of where they could find that list on her desk. You don't just say something like that. You say, yes, I'm reviewing the files now, or something. You don't just say, yeah, they're on my desk right now.
It's just a form of speech, though. Like, she
Oh, no,
probably has
man.
them in hand.
If I was a high profile on the list, I'd be like, yeah, we're breaking the Pam Bondi's office right now.
Bro, like,
We're
I
finna
literally
hit the
can't
list.
find any videos. Hold on, Pam Bondi. Hold on, Epstein.
Just cut the video, bro. They going for the list right now. What you mean?
Because I know, bro. I know there's a video on it, bro.
I'm gonna predict that shit.
She releases the files, phase 1.
Aliyaba says she met with Cash Patel and Pam Bondi. Brother. Oh my goodness, bro. He looks like you, bro. Look.
Hello.
Okay, so I'm trying to find a video that will tell me like what she's trying to talk about it, but she's saying that she said about 24 hours ago that it was gonna get released today, and it's yet to be released, bro. I you know, at this point it's like I just kind of think people say like exactly what you mean. Like if you're gonna if Cash Patel said I'm dropping the FC list day 1, then he should have been proactively
investigating
making it all happen, bro. Yeah, right before, so he could keep on his promise, bro. And then he's gonna promise the FBI union that he's gonna, you know, hire an FBI person in house to be number 2, and he hires a YouTuber, yes, a podcaster, bro. Which I mean, I got nothing against Don Bongino. I think he's really cool. He got a big ass forehead, and I think he's cool, bro. But hey, I don't know, man. If you know, a lot of people are speculating that he's not fit to be in the FBI, bro. But we're gonna see what happens, and we're gonna see if he holds his weight. You feel me? I think I like what he's saying. I like the way Dan Bongino talks. I like the things he stands for. But we still gotta see, bro. We have to see, bro. The proof is in the pudding, bro.
That's some big shoes to fill. That's not just a job. That's number 2 in the feds, man. You gotta
right.
Can't just be a personality on a TV show acting it out. You gotta be about that. Yes, sir.
Right. So he wants to release the Epstein files, like the client list, but the legal stuff is in the way. So what she was saying that it's on her desk, right? But there's victims. There's hundreds and hundreds of victims, and they have to redact those victims' information, bro, so that people don't get clues as to where and who they are.
She has to caution that some of the information cannot be disclosed or that it needs to protect more than 250 victims.
250 plus victims. Okay. So the FBI might also hold back if it involves secret agents or big shots, claiming that it's too risky. Plus, he's new and he needs the attorney general's okay, and they're still sorting through it all. That's why the list is not. So
they said a review of the released documents found that they included heavy redactions and mostly information that had been previously reported. While the binders appeared to be marked as declassified, questions remain so as to whether they had ever been classified in the first place. And it says, I nor the task force were given or reviewed the Epstein documents being released today. Any post story just revealed that the documents will simply be Epstein's phone book. This is not what we or the American people asked for, and a complete disappointment. Get us the information we asked for.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. What do you got to say, Kevo?
Hey, man, you say you're going to bring it to the table, man.
I'll be talking
The
shit.
proof is in the pudding.
Even if you're on the list, man, after your term is over, man.
I mean, anybody that's on the list, bro, that's in office now, they'll probably be impeached.
They would have to be. That wouldn't be right.
Judges, lawyers, whoever the fuck it is, bro, you out of here. And then
unless you on the winning team, they might be like, "Yo, we gotta."
Dang, man. She might be choosing, hey, picking and choosing. She might say, hey, it's on my desk. People are hitting her up, right? Because I've been seeing things like, yo, they're saying, like you said, right? The location of the list is on her desk.
She's going to call her, hey, yo, for 65 mil, you don't mention a thing, yada, yada. Yo, yeah, I'll pay those taxes. Click, you know. Boom, there it is. You off the list.
So maybe, you know, that's the platinum card instead of the gold card. The platinum card is Attorney General Bondi and Cash's
as long
mercy.
As I get a DOGE check from that.
Let me get my DOGE check.
Yeah, bro.
All right. So that brings us to the end of the show, bro. Hey, I would like everybody watching to share your favorite moments from this segment or suggest topics for future episodes with us on X at _Ricans. That's _Ricans on X.
Let us know.
Let us know what you guys want to talk about, bro. I think next week we're gonna go ahead and hit it with one of these fresh homicides that we be covering. Man, that's pretty crazy and gnarly. You know, we covered shit.
It's not falling on the screen, brother.
No, that's done. That's done over there. Trump's gold card for $5 million. You know, Ukraine, we're their baby daddy, so we're breaking up the 24-hour boycott. Me, myself, I'm about to, at midnight, I'll probably buy something just to be against that. And if you guys get a chance, man, please go follow Triggered with Trigger on all social medias, man. Hit our link tree. We got all of our links are on the link tree for PRP Podcast. Join the locals community, become part of us. Like, follow, subscribe, repost our content. If you're watching our shorts, man, thank you for posting. Thank you for watching.
Yes, sir.
One more point of information, guys. We passed 500,000 views on all platforms.
Hey!
This past week, guys. All right. So, you know, we just like to thank the PRP family, bro. Now what we need you guys to do is just to keep supporting us, keep liking, subscribing, following, sharing, tag your friends, and tell them that, you know, you're watching this new podcast. It's fucking crazy. It's dope as fuck. We'll see you next week.